I'd like to talk to you about comments we discussed yesterday about how your team reacts in the second half. You said prior to the game that there might have been a psychological issue as to why for 20 minutes or so there was an issue in your central midfield. What do you think happened again in this second half to make you concede so early?
I mean, we were fully aware, obviously, after the last couple of games that it would be important to be as compact as we can be, as proactive and as aggressive as we can be, and especially avoid the transitional moments that Southampton is very good at. And then after 2 minutes, exactly that happened again. We were in possession, we were around and in their box, and 10 seconds later we conceded a goal. And this is very frustrating, obviously for us, for me as the head coach, but also for the players themselves. If you could see their reactions after the goal, they were all absolutely disappointed. But this is what still is one of our major problems, that we have to be able to be compact and defend in this compactness as a team.
Is there a concern about your current halftime routine? Is there perhaps not listening to the correct strategy, or perhaps talking too much, or perhaps getting too relaxed?
I can assure you that we are not talking too much. Our halftime conversation with the team lasts as long as with most or almost all the other teams. It's 4 or 5 minutes. It's the bullet points. It's the most important things. We show them 2 or 3 video footage situations of exactly about that, what we have to be aware of and be wary of. So this is definitely not a problem of our halftime conversation that we're having. Yes, as I said, I think our team with a lot of technical players, with a lot of offensively thinking and behaving players, for them it's difficult to stay compact for a longer period of time, for the whole game. And this is one of our problems. And the other one is that we just do not take enough advantage out of the chances that we create. Again, today we had a ratio of expected goal ratio of 2.57 towards 0.7 Southampton. Even in the last 20 minutes, we had a lot of good chances, massive chances. Harry Maguire had 2 of them. Cristiano had 3 or 4 good chances in the whole game. Yes, so it's not a question of being not able to create the chances. It's a question of being not effective enough.
Hi, Ralf. Paul Scholes was saying that he saw players out there who weren't willing to put a shift in. What's your response to that? And also, just to follow on, given reports that Cristiano could possibly leave as early as the summer because he's feeling his age in his legs, what's your view on those reports as well?
Well, to start with, I think what Paul Scholes said was only 1/3 of what he said. I think he said 3 different options. So I don't think that the players are not willing to do that because they don't like to give away points like the ones we gave away today again. It was the 3rd game where we were either 1-0 or 2-0 up, including the cup game, the 4th game. And I don't think that anyone out there should believe that the players don't care, that they like to experience things like that today consecutively. This is definitely not the case. The question is, with the group of players that we have, how can we get more compact and more aggressive and even more nasty when it's about defending a lead? And this is the major issue, but it's not a question of players not wanting to do that.
Hello, Ralf.
Sorry, Sam, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Ralf, that comment you just made there, more nasty, it's certainly something that's quite eye-catching. Do you feel that your team just aren't tough enough in defending these leads?
Well, they can be tough, but the question is for what period of time and in which moments. And again, if I see the goal that we conceded again today, quite like the goal at Burnley, it's just too easy. It's too easy. It was not even difficult for Burnley and today for Southampton to score these goals. Again, if you against Middlesbrough, it was similar. If you are being counter-attacked after being 1-0 up, this is also a question of tactical discipline and being aggressive in the decisive moments, and just don't allow the players to get past you.
Hi, Ralf. You've obviously assessed your squad in the time that you've been at the club. How do you change these habits that have been, that these players have had all their lives, really, these technical players? They're not used to playing in a disciplined way. How do you change that with this group of players?
I think we already have changed it. We are conceding fewer goals than we did before. I think on average less than one goal, but still it doesn't help if you don't score more than one goal. And again, today, after the first half hour, we should have been 2-3-0 up. We gave away, again, too many clear-cut chances in the first half. Then it doesn't make life any easier, even more so against a team like Southampton, who are on a good run and are in good form, in good shape. I don't think that it's a question of habit. It's just a question of what kind of players do we have? How do they want to play? And we can only make up for that as a team. Changing habits, you can be assured that we address those things all the time, that we do those things even in the moments when we can train with them properly. It's all about being aggressive, taking the last step. But again, our team, quite compared to the Southampton team, has never been a pressing team, and to change those habits within a couple of weeks without having a preseason, it does not happen like that.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ralf. I'm just wondering if Edinson Cavani will be available for the Brighton game, do you think? And
I don't know, to be honest. I thought until after training yesterday that he would be available for today's game, but after training, the doctor came to see me, then I spoke to Eddie. I told him, let's wait until this morning before the game if treatment can make things any better. But then I spoke to him today before we had breakfast, and he said to me, that the pain is too big and that he cannot play.
Shamoon?
Hi, Ralf. Just wanted to know your thoughts on Ronaldo's performance and how worried you are by his goal drought at the moment.
Yes, of course. He would have wished to score. I would have wished him to score. The whole team would have wished him to score. I think today he had his good chances. Probably one of the biggest chances in the game was when he went past around the goalkeeper. But in the end, the ball was cleared off the line. We also had good moments in the second half. But again, it's not only Cristiano. As a team, we create enough chances. I would be more worried if we only had one or two or maybe three chances per game. As I said earlier on, expected goal ratio again today was 2.57, but in the end we only scored one. And in order to, if we are not able to keep a clean sheet when we're 1-0 or 2-0 up, then it's important to score a second or a third goal. And this is right now one of our two major points of criticism, that we are just not effective enough if you compare the amounts of chances that we produce and create and the amount of goals that we are able to score.
Okay, we'll take the last two questions, and these will be for the Mondays. James Ducker.